Welcome. So, today I have this topic on photodynamic therapy, and I thought in this particular module I will give you the information that a patient might receive while undergoing photodynamic therapy. Right. What happens from a patient's perspective when she is getting a photodynamic therapy for curing some of her ailment. So, the information that I am sharing with you, it is available in public domain and it is coming directly from the NHS, National Health Service of United Kingdom. So, it is pretty much authenticated. This is pretty much standard procedure that a patient who is undergoing photodynamic therapy, what she or he might be asked to undergo, or what sort of instruction she might be receiving, or what sort of instruction she might be told, what sort of information she might be told. This will give you a overall general perspective of photodynamic therapy from a patient's point of view, and I think that will be a real life example. So, there are two steps what happens during PDT. The step 1 is preparation and the step 2 is actually the light activated process. The first point, which is the preparation, well, obviously where you go to the hospital or clinic, well, the medicine will be given to you, and depending on the area of the body that is being treated, the medicine may be a cream. So, if it is a surface based phenomena, you are being given a particular cream that is applied onto a certain area of your body, of your skin. It can be injected or it could be a special drink. So, something upon your esophagus or intestinal or somewhere else, it could be other areas as well. You get that medicine, right. So, the idea here is that the medicine will spread initially all over your body, but after due course of time, after 48-72 hours, the medicine will aggregate, or medicine will be targeting a specific location of your body only. Initially, the medicine might have spread somewhere else, but the idea at least is that after some time, the medicine only affect to certain areas. Now, this happens to pharmacy or drugs all the time. When you are having a severe headache and you take some sort of aspirin, the medicine obviously spreads all over your body, but it finally accumulates or try to cure something that is happening in your head, right. So, that is the overall area. I know I have simplified it much, but overall that is the general idea, that once you have the medicine, you may be asked to go home and return in few hours or days. This will give the medicine a chance to build up in abnormal cell. So, that is the idea. After having the medicine, you wait, and depending on what sort of medicine you have been given, what sort of photosensitizer have been given, how selective it is, how fast it is, how quick it is, you may be asked to return in few hours or days. So, the duration 72 hours, that is the time taken by the medicine to accumulate or build up in specific cells that it has been initially asked or given the duty to target. In the first case, the medicine is all over. Give it some time, some area will be rejecting, some area will be accepting. It will finally heterogeneously, ununiformly will get accumulated or built up in abnormal cells, the targeted cells. These are the cells that you are going to target. And as I said, if it is external, some kind of a skin disease, cream. If it is an injection, it can be intravenously sent, or you can drink it so that digestively it is being spread. Stage 2, that is the light treatment. Well, obviously you return to the hospital or clinic for the light treatment, and this will involve either a lamp or laser being shown onto the treatment area for 10 to 45 minutes. 10 to 45 minutes you will be shown the light, you will be shown the light, either laser through the tube, through the optical fiber inside your body, or you are asked if it is a skin problem, if it is a dermatological problem, you will be sitting in front of a lamp. What happens if it is a macular degeneration? Do you think we inject laser inside your retina, or will we be asking you to look into a bright light? Think about it. Well, to treat abnormal cells inside your body, such as in your lungs, an endoscope will be passed into your body. As I told you in previous lecture, why endoscope, we can monitor things in real time. Sometimes, though not always, a local anesthesia might be used to numb the treatment area, or you might be given medicine to help you relax during the procedure. The second case is the most important. You might be given medicine to relax you, because obviously it is a psychological trauma. Laser is entering inside my body and burning, so I might have tingling sensation, etc. So, these are basically from the pamphlet. Basically, these two, stage 1 and stage 2, is what a patient who is under medical condition, who is under medical treatment through the National Health Service of UK will be instructed. This is what you will be instructed to undergo, and these are your steps. These are something that you need to follow if you are going through to, and if your medical practitioner have mentioned PDT treatment for the particular disease. And like everything else, you have risks and side effects of PDT. It is very, very safe and effective treatment when it is used for condition it has been. It is officially approved to treat. FDA, NHS, NIH and several other organizations have approved it. ICMR, to the best of my knowledge, have also approved, but it's still in certain sections not. But the following side effects are quite common: a burning or stinging sensation when the light treatment is done, because at the end of the day certain cells of your body are getting burnt. So, you might have a burning or stinging sensation somewhere, but this heat is very, very localized. This heat is very, very localized. It gets dissipated after few cells are destroyed. Few cells keep on destroying inside your body anyways. Few cells keeps on destroying your body anyways. Every 3 years I heard that entire cellular process resets itself, or all of your cells have divided and gone to some newer version of themselves. So, small burning or stinging sensation may happen. And if the medicine was injected, your skin or eye may be sensitive to sunlight and bright indoor light up to 6 weeks. So, these are the most common side effects. You might have a photosensitive skin or photosensitive eye. So, stay indoor, do not go out into huge amount of artificial, strong artificial light or strong sunlight. But there are other potential side effects, very, very negligible side effects, though they should be mentioned. If your skin is treated, it might become red, swollen or blistered. There are a few occasions where hair loss has happened. Treatment of mouth, esophagus or lungs can cause coughing, difficulty swallowing, and if your eyes are treated, there is a very small risk of permanent vision loss. This is the case with any eye surgery, LASIK or retinal detachment, cataract eye surgery. There are the rarest of the rare chances, 1 in a million case, where vision loss may happen. So, any surgery whatsoever has some amount of risk. Any ophthalmological surgery has a risk, even if it is a run of the mill cataract operation that happens as medical camps at rural areas. These are this common that the patient need not be coming into the hospital, they can be treated at their own place. So, they are that much risk free, yet they sometimes contain the risk of permanent vision loss, and once or twice you see in news that cataract operation have gone bad and some people have lost their vision, and that is actually, frankly speaking, quite difficult to do. You have to be really clumsy to cause permanent vision loss. So, similar type of risk with PDT exists. There is a very small risk of permanent vision loss according to National Health Service, and well, hair loss and this skin becoming red, swollen or blistered, these are condition that may be present, but similar conditions are available in several other treatment. So, the most common being a slight burning or stinging sensation as the cell is getting destroyed, the other being minor inconvenience where you have to stay indoor and cannot go to very bright light 4 to 6 weeks. So, that the residue drug that has not yet been excreted and that is staying in some part of your healthy tissue, healthy cells, is not being damaged by subjecting it to huge amount of light. So, these are some common example before and after treatment. Again, the pictures are copyrighted, the treatment. So, I am getting some examples. You can read it. This is Greek therapy, this is pi. So, these are the skin condition that has been treated mostly by IR, infrared light. You can see the acne and psoriasis have been removed up to an extent. The finger, these are rats, I think, finger warts. These are removed. These are patient A, patient B, and after few days, check out this Department of Dermatology of Friedrich Schiller University in Jena. This university does this PDT on different types of skin diseases. So, you basically apply the cream, the PDT cream. They take some time to accumulate, few hours if it is skin, and then you subject it to lamp. No need to shine laser light onto it, put it under some kind of an arc lamp, and after 10-15 minutes you will see, after the treatment, these specific warts going away. So, these are some very common real life example. Obviously, other images or other examples exist. I ask you to look through them using an internet search, PDT image before and after. They are copyrighted material, so I could not show you all of them. I could not show any of them, the cancer based, highly copyrighted, but you can look into internet and see actually before and after of a particular tumor cell. They have used endoscopy to image it. If you want, in the forum I can give you the paper link, but I think you are sufficiently imaginative enough to figure it out yourself. It's simply internet search, but these are some of the real life examples. This is something a patient will undergo. These are the images, these are the pamphlets that a patient might see if she is undergoing a PDT treatment. Now comes the most important part, that is so important for light therapy. It's an effective and licensed treatment for several conditions. So, it is a licensed treatment and it should never ever be confused with unproven, unlicensed version sold by private clinics, especially if they talk about next generation PDT, sonodynamic therapy, etc. None of them are supported by scientific evidence, and these treatments are not recommended even as last resort, even as last resort. So, I was dreading this part because I received several pseudo-scientific questions or unscientific, unverified questions as soon as I started taking this course on biophotonics. on bizarre and different topics like light therapy. Human beings are ejecting light and you are detecting that light, some kind of astral projection, out of body, near death, some sort of pseudoscience, some sort of mumbo jumbo, unscientific bunkum basically. So whenever we talk about light therapy, let me be absolutely clear, this is very scientific. The light is laser which we prepare in our fabrication facility. You can create laser, you can make laser based machines, these are available. There is nothing spiritual or nothing extraordinary about the laser. We know laser is one of the most important discoveries of humankind, and we know a substantial amount it scientifically. This laser is made to excite a chemical agent, a particular drug, a photosensitive drug, photosensitizer, and that photosensitizer reacts with the surrounding species by generating reactive oxygen species. So, the photosensitizer upon activation of light generates reactive oxygen species that oxidizes the cell or tissue. It has nothing to do with anything I don't know, unscientific or otherworldly or spiritual or something of that regard. I am not saying that you do not need to be spiritual, or spirituality per se is something that is not welcome, or spirituality is bunkum. It's just that this is not it. This is scientific as it gets. This is scientific as it gets, and we know the entire procedure from a very scientific point of view. This is coming from a very scientific point of view. This has nothing to do with the light that a human being emanates. We image it and then try to find out whether this is good or bad, and then we put the person under sunlight, and then that cures several different ailments. This is not that. This is most definitely not that. If it happens, it happened. I do not know. I am not an expert. I am not an expert in astral projection, human aura, those near death experience, those soul coming out of the body. This is most definitely not that. This is as rigorous scientific as it gets. Laser is as scientific, the PDT, the photosensitizer is as scientific it gets. So please be aware of those things. Light therapy has been used, in fact the term biophoton has been used and misused and abused by several non-scientific people. They are not supported by any scientific evidence, and even if it is last resort, they should not be recommended. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. If something of that sort exists, it's news to me, and it needs to be fully rigorously scientifically proved. It should be reproduced time and again, and it should be mathematically, scientifically completely disseminated and proved, like we have done our photodynamic therapy. The entire process of laser induced generation of oxygenated species is well documented, well standardized, well reproduced. We can do it both inside a human body, outside it, and it is the science is quite strong here. So evidence based science is quite strong here, not in the case of sonodynamic therapy or biophoton therapy or astral projection or I don't know, telepathy, telekinesis, or you name it whatsoever. I do get several questions on that matter in the forum several times, and if it works, well, it works. I am not the person to answer you this question. Photodynamic therapy is something very rigorously scientific. There is nothing unscientific or there is nothing outer worldly towards it. So please be aware of that. I would not like to answer any questions on photodynamic therapy that is beyond the realm of science, because photodynamic therapy is very much scientific. So, this much I can tell you. So, again, these is the concepts, these are some of the concepts that I discussed, and these are my sources of information. These are my references. I ask you to go through this, and let us conclude in the next chapter the entire light activated therapy. Thank you very much.